Hi everybody, I'm Greg Fishel and welcome to the Thanksgiving Eve edition of the official daily weather update on this Wednesday, November 27th. And we're going to have some fun with some snow records today and see if we can derive any trends, either up or down in that. And I've made up a whole bunch of graphs for you. So if you like graphs, then this is your bonus weather video. So let's go on ahead and miniaturize myself here. And the first thing we're going to look at is the seasonal snowfall at RDU. Now, what do I mean by seasonal? The way the National Center for Environmental Prediction defines this is the period July 1st to June 30th. Now, obviously, it doesn't snow in May and June, July, August, September, and October, but you want to make sure that you encompass the winter season. If you do it from January 1st to December 31st, then you've got two seasons that are being mixed together, and you don't want to do that. So this is the record going back to 1945, July 1st to June 30th. Obviously, you can see a lot of ups and downs there. Two stand out, 24.9 inches in the winter of 47-48, and of course 25.8 inches in the winter of 99-2000. Okay, now if we take a look at the trend line, if you draw the straightest line you can through all of those data points, you actually have a downward trend. Gee, what a surprise, huh? And the slope, this equation here, all you need to worry about is this number. This basically is telling you whether or not the line is going up or is trending downward. And you can see the minus sign there, so the trend is definitely negative. Now, just for fun, let's do a 10-year running average. So obviously that's going to knock out those really, really high years and give you a little bit more of a reasonable trend line. So this is a 10-year running average. And if we take a look at the slope, it's also negative. And the slope really isn't that much different than the slope if you include every single year. Now, let's go to a 30-year running average. And the reason I did that is that the normals are based on a 30-year average. And that's basically what everybody agrees is the minimal number of years that you need to be able to establish any sort of a climatic trend, okay? So if we take a look at the 30-year running average, obviously the lines are getting flatter as you average out all these numbers. The slope is actually slightly more negative, and it goes from about 8 inches to about 5 inches, which is basically what we've seen the normals do during that period of time. So now I thought I would take a look at how is the overall precipitation doing during these same periods of time. Well, here is the one that includes every single year, and the trend line is actually up, okay? Pretty much the snowfall trend, but put a plus sign instead of the minus sign. It's about the same. And then if we take a look at a 10-year running average on precip, the trend is up by even a little bit more. And if we take a look at the 30-year running average, the slope goes down a little bit, but it's still positive. So if the precipitation is going up and the snowfall is going down, then the obvious inference there would be that temperatures are getting warmer, because if the overall precip's going up and the overall snowfall is going down, that would imply that the atmosphere is warmer in those situations that used to be cold enough for snow. However, I thought to myself, this may not be fair, because what if all the increase or most of the increase in precipitation is occurring just during the summer months, okay? And so that would make my hypothesis invalid. And so I thought I would then look at the total precipitation from December 1st to March 31st, which is when 99.9% of our snowfall occurs. So here it is looking at just the period, all the years from 1945 to 2023, or 4 actually. And if we put a trend line through that, it is slightly upward, but not really impressively so. Then we take a look at the 10-year running average, and the slope is even less. And then the 30-year running average, the slope is, again, very, very small. But still, if you think about this, if the precip during that period is holding just about steady or slightly increasing, and the snowfall is going down, that still implies that there has to be some warming going on there, right? So let's take a look at the 30-year running average for temperature from December 1st to June, I apologize, folks, December 1st to March 31st. And there is indeed warming going on during that period. In fact, it goes from about 42.5 to about 45.5, which is about a 3-degree increase during that entire period of time, looking at the 30-year average and the trend line. So the hypothesis still turns out to be true, but I just wanted to make sure that I wasn't coming to the right conclusion for the wrong reasons. And when you look at it this way, then there's not much question that the winters are getting warmer, and as a result, the snowfall is getting less. Now, whether or not that trend continues ad nauseum, nobody knows, but that certainly has been the trend from 1945 to the current time. All right, that is bonus weather video number 2 for this week. The next one will be coming up on Friday. And I'll just warn you ahead of time, hopefully this will not make any of you angry, but I am going to be taking Thanksgiving Day off to enjoy it with friends. And so I will be doing that, but I will be back on Friday with both the daily update and the bonus weather video. Okay, folks, you have a wonderful, wonderful Thanksgiving. Have a great time with friends and family, and give thanks for everything that we have, all the blessings in our lives, of which there are many. And we'll talk to you again on Friday. So you all take care. See you later.